Welcome to another math tutorial brought to you by the Math Tutor For You channel. Glad to have you back here with us today. In this video, we're going to be going over the solutions to a worksheet I posted in the post section of this channel. You can also find the worksheet down in the comments below. This worksheet is dealing with subtracting mixed fractions. How do we go about that? Well, this video is going to work through some problems from that worksheet. So let's get right into it. Our first problem, 5 3/8 minus 2 5/8. First thing we need to look at when we are subtracting fractions is that our denominators need to be the same. Are our denominators the same? Yes. Both denominators are 8. Then we're going to see if we can do the subtraction. So we're going to look at our numerators. 3 minus 5. Well, we can't do that. Can't take 3 away from 5. We'll end up with a negative number. So this is where we need to regroup. So to regroup, we're going to take a whole from our 5. So we're going to make the 5 become a 4. Then we're going to add our numerator and our denominator. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So that'll be our new numerator. And our denominator will stay the same. So we have 11 over 8, which is an improper fraction. And we're going to subtract 2 5/8 from that. So now we're going to subtract our numerators. 11 minus 5 is 6. Now we can subtract the whole numbers. 4 minus 2 is 2. And we're going to be left with our same denominator of 8. So we're going to have 2 6/8. Now the last thing we need to check is, can we simplify our fraction? 6/8. Yes. So we're going to have 2 wholes, and we can take out a 2 from both 6 and 8, so we'll be left with 3/4. 3 times 2 gives me 6. 4 times 2 gives me 8. So that would be our simplified answer for that problem. Let's go through our next problem. 7 3/4 minus 6. First thing we need to check, does our fractions have the same denominator? Well, the first number, 7 3/4, it's a mixed fraction. The second number is a whole number, so we need to change that into a fraction that we can work with. So we're going to have 7 3/4 minus. We're going to take a whole out, so we'll have 5, and 1 whole we're going to turn into a fraction. So to make the fraction, we're going to use the denominator that we already have. We have a denominator of 4 being used. So we'll do 4 over 4, which, because it's the same number, equals 1. And if we added that to 5, we would get 6. All right, now we're going to check our numerators because our denominators are the same. Can we do 3 minus 4? No. So we're going to have to do the same thing we did with the first problem. We're going to regroup. So we're going to have 6. We're going to add 3 plus 4 is 7 over 4. And then we're going to subtract that from 5, 4 over 4. So now we're going to subtract our numerators. 7 minus 4 is 3. We have the denominator of 4. And we're going to subtract our whole numbers. 6 minus 5 is 1. So our final answer will be 1 3/4. Again, that's as simplified as we can go, so we're going to leave that as our answer. So our next problem, 4 2/3 minus 2 8/9. So the first thing we need to check anytime we're dealing with subtracting fractions is, our denominators the same? In this case, they are not. So we need to go over how to make the denominators the same. Well, we have 3 and 9. Can I make 3 become 9? Yes. So that means I need to multiply my denominator and my numerator by 3. So that's the first step. So I have 4, and then I'm going to have 6 over 9. And I'm going to subtract that from 2, 8 over 9. So now my denominators are the same. Can I do 6 minus 8 for my numerators? No. So therefore I need to regroup, just like I have been doing. Take a whole out from the first number. So I have 3, and I'm going to add together my denominator and my numerator. So 6 plus 9 is 15. And keep the denominator the same of 9. Then I'm going to subtract 2 8/9. Now I can go through with my subtraction. 15 minus 8 is 7. Same denominator of 9. 3 minus 2 is 1. So my final answer will be 1 7/9. Here's our next problem. 5 and 5/7 minus 2 3/4. First thing we need to check, are our denominators the same? No. So here we have 7 and 4. Can I make 4 become 7? No. So I need to find something they both have in common. Well, they both can get to 28. So to make my first fraction have a denominator of 28, I need to multiply the denominator and the numerator by 4. So I'll have 5 and 28 as my denominator, and my numerator is going to be 20. Subtracting. For my second fraction, to make the denominator have 28, I need to multiply the top and the bottom by 7. So we're going to leave the whole number of 2, and the denominator will be 28. 4 times 7 will be 28, and 3 times 7 will be 21. Now let's see if I can subtract the numerators because the denominators are the same. So 20 minus 21. I can't do it, so I got to regroup. So I have 4, and I'll add together my 20 and 28, which will get me 48 over 28. Subtracting 2 and 21 over 28. Now completing the subtraction, 48 minus 21 will be 27. Again, my denominator is 28. And 4 minus 2 will be 2. So my final answer will be 2 wholes, and I'll have a fraction of 27 over 28. All right, let's go through another problem. We have 6 1/4 minus 3 1/3. Again, the first thing we need to check is the denominators the same. No, so I need to make them the same. Can I take the small number of 3 and make it 4 using multiplication? No. So I need to find something they both have in common, which is 12. They can both get to 12. So we'll have 6 wholes. To make our first fraction have a denominator of 12, 4 times 3, and then I'll do 1 times 3. So I'll have 3 on the top as my numerator, 12 on the bottom as my denominator. Subtracting 3 wholes. Now to make my 3 become a 12, I'll multiply it by 4. Then I'll multiply my top by 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. Denominators are the same. Now let's see if we can subtract our numerators. 3 minus 4, I can't do it, so I need to regroup. So I'm going to have 5, 3 plus 12. Adding the numerator and denominator, I'll get 15 over 12. So again, take 1 whole out, and that will allow you to add the numerator and the denominator together to get a new numerator. Then we're going to subtract 3 and 4 over 12. Again, we're only regrouping our first mixed fraction because that's what's causing the problem. Now we can go through our subtraction. 15 minus 4 is going to be 11. 5 minus 3 is 2 wholes, and again we have a denominator of 12. So our final answer will be 2 and 11 over 12. Hopefully you found this video helpful for going over some problems of subtracting mixed fractions from each other and from whole numbers. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave us a like, and we'll see you in our next math tutorial.